life of patience on my mission. I'm a woman with ambition. I'm exquisite, never timid. I'm about what I say. I'm about to make my own decisions. I'm about my business, and I'm trying to live out my visions. Turn my dreams into reality. Dreams been getting kind of
trust your friends no more.
Everybody ain't your friend.
Hey y'all, what's up? How y'all doing? It's your girl, Miss Pretty Blakk. Thank y'all for coming back for season 1, episode 3, in prison. This is gonna be about, falling in love with my baby daddy. Now I want to make this very clear. This is not about him. I want to make it very clear. This is not to shame him. This is to highlight and show things that I've done and the decisions that I made to put me in positions that I could have avoided had I made better decisions in my life and was obedient to my parents and things like that. So I got this title because, my baby daddy went to jail, and, I'm going to tell y'all about, how it felt trying to hold him down, being young, being insecure, things like that. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna start from breaking it by the beginning and explaining to y'all how I even got in the situation with my baby dad. So mind you, when I met him, I was already broken in. I was already virginity was already gone. I was already thinking I was grown, and I don't even know how I managed to, take it there with him with the mentality I thought I had. But I end up, I know exactly how I did it. It's sad. It's so sad that, at that young age, when I started considering getting in a relationship with my baby daddy, I was like, yeah, you is out here doing too much. Might be a good thing for you to settle down. But I wasn't really attracted to him. So, when he first approached me and gave me his number, I real life didn't even want to talk to him. Matter of fact, he asked me for my number, and I gave him my mama number, thinking that my mom was going to scare him off or something, but she didn't. I kid you not, as soon as I walked through the door after school, she on the phone and she talking to him, and she was like, who you looking for? Who are you? And he tell who he is. And she was, when I hear his name, I was just like, oh, he called immediately. I mean, I'm just walking through the door from school. So I was telling my friends, hey, y'all know such and such. I know such and such. Why he trying to talk to me? I was like, nobody want him. And, I was already talking to another guy that I had a crush on as well. So, that guy ended up hopping states. He just left out the blue one day, broke my little heart. So, I end up getting into conversations with the guy that's my baby daddy now. And I just gave him a shot, honestly, because I didn't think he was attractive, So I honestly had the mentality that, he ain't ugly, but he wasn't what I thought would be considered fine. It's like I didn't think a lot of girls would want him. So I was like, you know what, I shouldn't have too many issues with this guy. He ain't all that. So let me give him a try. Let me see if I like him or whatever. And so, of course, talking over the summer, one thing turned into another. This was the first guy that ever pleased me sexually. As I told y'all before when I was having sex, I just was having sex. I can honestly say for me, it wasn't feeling good. I didn't know what to be expecting from the guys I was having sex with. So when I finally, felt good, it was when I messed with him. He was the first person to stimulate me, can we say. And I was gone from there. Like, I thought he was the one. Like, I was dreaming about it in my sleep. Like, and it's crazy because the whole time I'm taking on curses and things of this nature, like soul ties and stuff like that. And I'm not even knowing it because I'm under such a great spell, and he had my body feeling so good that at that point, everything anybody had to say went out the window. I was struck over this guy like, this guy makes me feel good. So, we kindle or whatever during the summer. When school come around, I tell all my friends about him. And I'm just like, hey, I got a boyfriend this year. Y'all ain't the only ones with a boyfriend. And all of them was like, no, why'd you pick him? And I'm like, what you mean? I absolutely love him. And they was just like, did you see how, or did you hear about how he did such and such and such and such? And I was just like, I'm not her. I'm not her. I'm different. I'm going to change his life and stop hating on me. You know what I'm saying? Now, we done all said that before. Hey, warning come before destruction. Believe that. So, again, this is not about him. This is my decisions. I had warnings, and I still proceeded to destruction because I just thought I was too good. And, of course, I ignored all those red flags. Nobody wanted to see us together. And not because they were hating on me, but because they knew the type of guy he was. And they knew the type of pain he inflicted on previous women. But me, this is really my first real boyfriend. The guys that I talked to, as I stated in the previous episodes in the past, those guys were just me out doing shit to prove to myself that I was attractive and I wasn't ugly. So I was doing stupid stuff to feel like I was filling a void of self-esteem. And whenever, it came time for me to actually be in a relationship, I clinged on to that for dear life. And I was like, I finally got me a real boyfriend. So I'm like, okay, so that's how the devil come, Soon as you get together, here come everybody wanting to break you up. Y'all got me messed up. I'm not falling for it. Not this time. So I was a relationship expert, and I thought I had it all figured out. I knew who he needed, what he needed, and I was going to be the one to change his life, right? Wrong. So, we met. First, I wasn't attracted to him. Then we had sex. Then I fell in love with him. Then when we went back to school after summer break, all my friends was like, break up with him. He ain't the one. And I was like, girl, boo. That's my man, and y'all not gonna break us up. So, first heartbreak I'll never forget. It was many, but the very first one, he was supposed to be me while I was getting off the bus from school. And he always was there every day to meet me when I got off the bus because his bus got to school first. And this particular day, he wasn't there. So I'm hitting him up, and I'm like, where is you at? Why you ain't meet me at the bus? And you do that. So I run to one of my male cousins, and I'm just like, hey, have you seen such and such around here, Where is he at? And they was just like, nah, I ain't seen him. But I was like, come on, walk with me. I'm going to see if I can see him around here somewhere because I know his situation, and I know that he wasn't in no situation where, his parents was bringing him to school or miss school or nothing like that. Like, he was going to be there for sure. I knew. So I was like, let me walk around and see if I see him. So long and behold, when we get right in the front of the school, I see Mr. Guy with his arms wrapped around another girl, and he walking through the building, all up on her. So I'm just like, excuse you? This why you not meet me at the bus. So, my heart was broke. This is my very first time experiencing a cheating situation. So here I am thinking it's going to work like the movies. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm going to break up with him and he going to beg for my forgiveness, right? Wrong. It's over. That's what you want? It's over. He was like, for real? I was like, yeah, I'm done. I don't want to be with you no more if this is what you're going to do. And he was like, I bet. Went on with old girl and went on, let me do my business, right? So here I am. I don't understand because I thought relationships were supposed to be way different than that. I thought he really cared about me. I thought we were supposed to be way tighter than that. You know what I'm saying? I just knew he was finna say, I'm sorry, it's not what you thought. That boy was like, I cool, bet. And then not only did he go on to be with her, he got with her. and they stunned it in front of my face so hard. So, you know, heartbreak. I was angry. It definitely put me in this bitter place in my heart because I just couldn't believe he did that to me. And of course, you know, like the worst part about it though, the funny part about it is not only was they flying in my face, she even went to she even had that class where they give you the fake baby, and they was acting like they had a kids together. Oh, I was hot. I ain't never felt so much heartbreak, you know, like not wanting to go to school because I'm having to see this guy I done gave myself to and fell in love with another girl. This is exactly why you shouldn't be giving yourself up for marriage. So, you know, that's that. You know, it was multiple occasions like that. It wasn't only her, it was his ex, man. She wouldn't go away. She, you know, was so tired with him too. She couldn't let him go. And I'm like, girl, let me have him. Like, dang, y'all obviously not together for a reason. Everybody know we together. Why you keep playing? She wouldn't go. So here we all are fighting and bickering over him. And I ain't gonna say we all fighting. It would just be social media beef, honestly. I never got physical with any of the girls because we just was never in the same facility all the time. You know, when we would try, like, if it ever got there, he would not let us fight, of course. But it was a hot mess, you know what I'm saying? Just imagine a bunch of 16, 17, 18-year-old girls. I'm the main one. He mine, girl, but he fucking with me now, girl. He mine. I belong to him. He mine. He was over here last night. So yes, dealing with them girls definitely put me in a bad state of heart, you know, and had me in prison to myself. Like, we really be in prison in our own body, in our own depression, and our own low self-esteem. We really be in prison to these things that we harbor within ourselves. You know, jealousy is something we can control over some, you know, being jealous over somebody. We're not supposed to be jealous over somebody. We're not supposed to envy anybody. Those are things you have to, you know, watch out for and not put yourself in positions to fall short to those things. It's not saying that it's easy, but, you know, things could have been avoided had I just followed the instructions I was given. I could have avoided that. You know, so I would definitely say that it put me in a place of hate, and I didn't like nobody. I didn't like men. I didn't like women. I thought all men were dogs, and I thought all women were just as equal as them. And, you know, I just, you know, got in a dark place at that time to where, you know, I would do anything to hurt anybody because I didn't care about people because I didn't think they cared about me. You know, I would say jealousy because all these girls got to do things I wasn't allowed to do. You know, my mom was really strict for her, you know, for obvious reasons. And, you know, it just made me jealous. You know, I wanted to be able to get out and, you know, be able to explore life and be like everybody else. Envy made me envious of these women because they get to show my man what I could do for him, but I can't do it until I turn grown. And I was very envious of that, you know. Low self-esteem, well, that's apparent. Low self-esteem has always been my case because I've never felt pretty enough. Never felt good enough. So now here I am, put back in a box, you know. Here I am in love with this guy who loving everybody else. You know, I can't get him to myself, and I thought I was the one. Here I am thinking I'm so spectacular and magnificent that, you know, I'll be able to change somebody. I thought my powers were stepped into because I was already having sex. I got grown, man. Ain't no way I can't get him and lock him down. You know, that's how I felt. I was wrong. And, you know, sex and lust, I was in prison to that because, you know, even though I knew what I knew about him, anytime he wanted to, it was on, and I felt like I got the upper hand every time I got them, and I felt like I was over them girls every time we got to that part of the relationship. Was I right? I was wrong. we was just so tired and connected, and my mind was gone because it felt good to my body, and I never felt it before. And here I am thinking I'm in love with the guy that I can't be in love with. This guy wouldn't even hold me down. This guy got me disrespecting my parents, disrespecting myself, disrespecting other women, disrespecting everything about life. You know what I'm saying? Just because I want to have sex. And at the time, I'm thinking, oh, I'm in love. I'm in love because I felt it in my heart, and I really wasn't in love. And even with my daughter, when I say I disrespected my mom, I got so rebellious that she didn't want me with him that I planned my daughter. A lot of people could say they got pregnant on accident, but me and my baby dad, we planned that. I was like, you know what? She trying to keep me from you. And, I was just so furious that I just didn't have the time or the ability to get to him how I wanted to, that I was just like, get me pregnant. The top-notch rebellious thing I could have ever done in my life. So we definitely planned my baby, and what I thought was me getting a baby was going to change his mind, make him love me, make him settle down, and make him stay with only me. And I was like, as long as that happened, my mom will not she can't keep us together, keep us away from each other, because we got a baby together. And you can't go to nobody else because we got a baby together. You can't, I just had it all wrong. I had it all wrong. So here I am, pregnant. And, I'll never forget when it first came out that I was pregnant. My cousin came up to me and he was like, I told you to stop messing with that boy. He was like, now you another statistic. And at the time, sorry y'all, I got allergies. I do not do drugs. But at the time, I didn't even know what statistic was. So I'm like, what you mean I'm a statistic? I didn't know until years later exactly what that meant. You 16 and pregnant by a dude that really ain't got your best in interest. You know what I'm saying? You finna be a single mother. And I didn't even know that. And, I was just looking at him like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I told you he got his, he'd be messing around doing his thing. And I just heard his ex pregnant. So here I am, 15, 16 and pregnant. And I just found out he got another girl pregnant too. So I'm sick to my stomach. I have never cried so hard. Even when I think about it, I still remember the type of pain I felt because I couldn't do nothing but cry, because here I am thinking, I got the baby, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's like, I'm pregnant too. So here I am like, oh no, bro, like, really? And, I called him up immediately, such and such pregnant. And he didn't give a damn, yeah. And you supposed to be the daddy. Yeah, that's what she said. I said, it's a possibility. And he was like, yep. Like, no shame in his game. And I just hit the floor crying. Like, he didn't care. You know what I'm saying? So here I am just crying and crying. I'm just sick. Like, damn it. Now I'm pregnant. So now I really gotta fight for the love of my life, because y'all all got me messed up. Shorty end up having a miscarriage or whatever. And, now I end up being the only baby mama, but it just wasn't what I wanted, like, it didn't happen how I imagined things happening. So, mind you, he the type of guy that when he do want to act like he want to get back together, like, I make it seem like he just don't give a damn the whole time. I do want y'all to know that he also do beg back, like, so like when he decide he want to come back, he was a beggar. Baby, please, please, I promise I won't mess with them ever again. I will never do this. I'll be this. I'll do that. I promise. It's just me and you. I promise. So those did happen. So I'm not going to leave that out. So I don't want y'all to think I was just foolish for nothing. So, like, not only was I struck by it, but he will also be on that begging shit too. But he was also the type of dude that would literally be like, baby, I'm sorry, I promise I'm gonna leave him alone. And to turn right around and be texting them like, hey, hold on, I'm gonna call you right back. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I seen him do that, but I feel like that's how ruthless he was because like I've literally seen him texting a girl the same exact day we make up, and he promised me he done talking to all these girls, and he never ever stopped talking to all these girls the whole entire relationship. So like that was the type of guy he was. So when he caught, he don't give a damn. But then when he get over his high horse and he want his girlfriend back or he want to come back, he begging and he acting like he loved me. And at the time, it was so cute, and I would always fall for it. And every time he did it, I would take him back because I just knew he loved me. And I can't believe I was falling for that stuff. And it's just crazy how life will take you for a spin like that. You know what I'm saying? And of course, lies and secrets. I'm not gonna act like I didn't have times where I tried to get back at him, and for me, it just didn't work the same. Of course, they say that shit that man heard words bull crap, but this guy, he just went even harder. Me cheating didn't stop the game. It didn't wake nobody up. It didn't stop anybody from doing anything. So, I did have a time. Matter of fact, karma got me instantly. I'm the type of person who gets hit with instant karma. Like, I can't do anything because I get hit with karma immediately. And, that's what happened with him. I can honestly say that the time that I did try to step out, this nigga, he cheated. I ain't gonna lie, found out that the guy had gave me an STD. So here I am, 15, 16, pregnant by a guy who got another girl pregnant, and I'm battling the STD all at the same time. And then I get rid of it, and guess what? He give it right back. Then I get rid of it, and then guess what? He give it right back. So yes, I've been that stupid before, and I'm gonna lay it all out there because it's somebody going through this silently, and you keep making the same mistake expecting different results. It's insanity. And that was me. He would tell me all kinds of lies. I took the medicine, I got checked. Even his homies, we all going to the clinic today. And that's on Google. That's on, we all gonna go on Monday. They didn't go. Nothing happened because of what I got it again. So cut them off my whole entire pregnancy. I really didn't touch them until months after the baby was born. The things changed? No. I tried to move him out of town. He ended up moving our asses right back to his side chick because he wanted to be closer to his side chick. Amazing, huh? His side chick comes and pick us up. This is how gullible I am, because I'm thinking this is the same mistake. Here I am thinking, he not good looking enough that ain't no girls gonna want him. And I got the same messed up mentality about the girl, his side chick. Because I thought she was just so hideous. Ain't no way he cheating on me with that. He got all this at home now. My mama ain't in between us now. You got all this, and you cheating on me with some girl that looked like Michael Myers? Like, literally? I could not believe it, so here I am thinking, oh, no, this girl got to be like his homeboy. So she comes and pick us up from my mom's house out of town and bring us back to our hometown. And here it is, they spending all this time together while I'm stuck in the house and with the baby. Then I start putting two and two together because his homegirl all on Facebook talking about how she can't wait for her baby to go pick up her babe and all this. So I'm like, hey, old girl got a boyfriend? And he like, nah, that he tried to talk about her in a violent way to make me think that it ain't nothing with the man. Nah, that bitch ain't got this, that, and the other. So who is Bae? Then you just tell me she finna come pick you up because she right here on Facebook saying she can't wait to see Bae. So who is Bae? And then he try to blow it off and act like it ain't nothing. But he was literally one of them type of niggas that will tell you what you just seen in his phone wasn't true. Like, I just seen that you text her and said this, that. You didn't see that. I ain't say that. So it was, one of those type of situations I was in. Oh, God almighty. here I am getting drugged through the mud. I mean, it will put me out and everything. So while he cheating, you know, I get hit with it too. You know, like, it's crazy. The first time when I finally step out and say, you know what, I'm a cheat too. The guy I go cheat with, give me something. So I get instant karma. It don't work for me. God deal with me immediately. So boom, I can't even cheat on a nigga. I was scarred. So we get all taken care of and get cleared up. Do he ever change his ways? No. So it takes for him to go to jail. So he's in and out of jail. We done bailed him out with every bail bondsman in the city. And here I am still fighting these girls, trying to prove my love. But at the same time, it's crazy to me because this is a side note. You know, God give you what you ask for. And again, being influenced by the media, I always wanted a Bonnie and Clyde type of relationship. I always thought that was so romantic for a couple that went through hell to meet back up again and, you know, be in this long-term relationship. You know, I thought the waiting for the dude to get out of jail and that Jody and Yvette, Jody and Yvonne love, you know, that's what I thought I wanted. And here I am in it, and I'm not knowing that this is a trauma that I have to endure for this. So the thing I was supposed to do was set up and wait these whole 14 years and chase that love, but I chose not to. Because, you know, like I said, I was fighting all these girls the whole time. Even when he was in jail, you know. He called my best friend and asked my best friend to tell another girl to hit him up. And so she called me on three-way so I could hear it. Like, how bold do you got to be to call my friend and ask for her to hook you up with another girl? Now, his homie's like, oh, bro, trying to rack up commissary. No, because I'm out here working and put money on this book. So if it's going to be other girls, then I can stop. Because I'm tired of playing these games with other girls. I'm tired of competing for you now. You in a position where you need me. Why ain't you acting like it? Like... So, you know, that's why, you know, I end up making decisions I made to move forward and to not hold them down because, dude, I'm not finna wait 14 years for you to get out and do the same damn shit. Mind you, that African-American urge, mind you, you in jail for your side chick crime, for doing a crime with your side chick. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never endured pain like that. To where I see my man on the news and they like him and his girlfriend just did this and that. Him and his girlfriend and the person he riding to die. This is my Bonnie and Clyde dream. And you got another Bonnie with you. You on news with another Bonnie. And she living out my Bonnie and Clyde dream. Like, real talk. Like, I wanted that. You know what I'm saying? And you out here playing cops and robbers with another bitch. Like, I just couldn't understand. You know what I'm saying? But then again, this is what I asked for. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I want a thug. I want a hard dude. I don't want no soft ass nigga. I want to do that. I didn't want a gangbanger. I did try to keep him out of gangbanger, but he did. And here it is. I'm supportive. So now I'm involved in all the gang related stuff. And, you know, I ain't get put down or nothing like that. I ain't gonna lie. But I definitely screaming it and saying it with my chest. And it's just, it was just all the bad decisions that I made to try to have a man, to try to do stuff at a young age, get myself involved in sex when I shouldn't have even been involved in that. I should have been in my books in school, trying to be the best person I could be. And instead, I was chasing love, chasing the thug, chasing the dream, thinking I had all the answers, and I didn't have shit. So if it's any girl out there, you know what I'm saying, I want you to know, especially if you're young, you know, but, you know, I know mostly my audience is around my age because I don't really do things for kids. So if you're young and you're watching this, focus on school. Sex will have your mind messed up. And if you're an adult, you need to focus on whatever goals you have in life because sex will throw you off just as bad as you are as an adult. You know, like, we really have to stop having senseless sex with people because it throws our focus off. It messes our emotions up. We get these soul ties and connections with these guys, and when it don't go where it's supposed to go, it just throws our whole energy and our universe off. Me and my friends was talking one time about sexual discipline, and she said that sexual discipline is, you know, withholding it and, not having sex and knowing when it's the right time to have sex. And to me, it's not the right time, it's the right person. And the person that marries you, I know there have been failed marriages, and most likely marriages fail because someone stepped out and commit adultery. And, or want to go out and commit adultery. It's always something like that. It's never nothing genuine when marriages fail. Somebody done cheated when a marriage fail. And you're supposed to wait to get married. You're supposed to want to be with somebody that you desire and live your life with. And then you have this bond under God. God don't want you to hold back your sex. We're supposed to have sex. We're supposed to be fruitful and multiply. When he finished making us, he said, now be fruitful and multiply. Go out there and do y'all thing. Go have some sex because y'all are one. Like when you become married, you can do things like that. So, but when you're not married and you out here just having sex with people, what if it don't go right? Then you start racking the bodies because sometimes might always feel right, especially when you're in a time of emotional need. So I would just say for women my age, if you're not married, wait for marriage. Like focus on marriage. Stop being afraid of marriage because taking the chances and fornication is just the same thing. You're just not married. Take a chance on love. I am going to be promoting marriage to its highest extent. Like relationships fail, marriages fail. Pick it up and try again. But if you wait for marriage, I just feel like it'll be a lot better. It'll put you in a better position, carrying yourself better. Show him that you require respect. You know your worth. Try your worth for real. See what your worth is without your sex. And that's gonna be my advice about that anyway. Enough of that. So like I was saying, we was in an unhealthy relationship. He cheated. But then, I got a relationship with God, and God don't play that with me. So when I step out and cheat, he slapped me on the ass like, don't you do that no more. You don't roll like that. You don't act like a man. You act like a woman. So cheating ain't for me. So, that was pretty much the relationship with my baby daddy. He was just a cheater. And it's not that he was a bad person. Neither one of us was ready for the relationship, honestly. He was young, and he was already dipping in a whole bunch of women. So he already consumed by a spirit of lust and sex. So being a one-woman man, to me, was not going to happen at that age. And it was an unrealistic expectation at the time. And I know that now, so it ain't no hard feelings. I understand. I was definitely in prison. When he be in jail, I'm having to write letters. I held him down a hot 2 years when he was in jail for what he did with his other body, and it was definitely a lonely situation. I felt like I didn't deserve that because I fought so hard to be with him. And then I had to fight everybody else to be with him. And then he never stopped making me fight to be with him. And so, I had to make the conscious decision that when I left him, I was leaving him for good. Like, when you get out of jail, I don't even want you because I can't expect you to be nobody else. And if I wait for you for 14 years and you get out and do the same thing, I just might be on snap. And for the sake of both of us and our child, we're not going to even take it there. We're going to let that be in high school and take it as a lesson learned and move forward and be cordial. But that's not even, in prison. So I decided to walk off on him. I think I'm leaving him in jail, but really, I'm still in prison. Because you remember, I still got other stuff I'm stuck to. Hate, jealousy, envy, low self-esteem, lust, sex, lies, secrets, trust issues, and fear. These things all still haunted me even when I left him. So I would say that my jealousy for after I left him, once I decided, I'm not going to wait for him. I'm going to move on with my life. I'm going to start talking to other guys. I'm going to explore my options. I was like 21. And I would say 20, 19, 20. About up in there. Let me see. About 19, 20. And I didn't like women at all. I hated women, as a matter of fact, because everyone that I looked at, I felt like fucked with my baby daddy. I felt like had messed with my baby daddy. So I was very jealous. I didn't realize it. I had to actually pray about it because, I would always look at a woman, and especially if she was pretty or had any characteristics of any girl that I knew my baby daddy had messed with. I would just look at her and just come up with all kinds of thoughts in my head about it, like, she probably had messed with my baby daddy. Ain't no telling what she did. She probably a hoe. She probably doing this. She probably doing this. So, I became extremely judgmental to where I had to pray and ask God to deliver me from that. My low self-esteem, I was real life walking around here with short songs and like titty coverings, let's just say that. Like, they weren't even shirts, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't believe I was dressing like that. I'll never forget, I tried to go see one of my homeboys. He was a brother to me because he was my brother's homeboy, and I was always like the baby sister, and he had just got out of jail, and he over there with his wife, and, I'll go over there to see him like, hey, bro, but here I am looking like a prostitute, and his wife like, are y'all blood brothers and sisters? And I'm like, nah, blood could make us no closer. Trust me, I don't want him. And she like, you can't come in my house like that. Like, that's how bad it was. I was So, this is how low my self-esteem is, to where I felt like I had to dress as revealing as possible in order to catch attention. And I was getting attention, but I was also getting bad attention. I was not getting the right attention. And I didn't realize that then, because at the time I'm thinking, if I could attract you sexually, if I can hit once, I can hit twice, I got the magic. That's how I was feeling the whole time. I'm just being ran through, you know what I'm saying? These niggas ain't thinking about me. I'm thinking I'm getting them, like, y'all get me, I'm getting you. Like, I seen you walk by, I batted my eyes, you came, I got your number, and I invited you over. Like, I'm thinking I'm the one calling out. Then this the game he wanted. Like, oh, you ain't do that before, right in my game. Then on to the next. And I'm feeling like I'm doing the same thing too, because I'm afraid to catch feelings. So this is where I'm in prison to trust issues, because it would even be times where guys would want to be in a relationship, and I would be so afraid, in prison to fear, that, I don't want you. Absolutely not. Why? So you can do me like my baby daddy did me? No, absolutely not. You will not. So during this time, I was refusing a relationship because I just had trust issues. You know what I'm saying? Then I would talk to guys. I wouldn't tell them the whole truth about who I am. My story. I was caught up in all these different lies and different secrets, messing with other women, boyfriends. I was so scarred at the time. I preferred you to have a girlfriend. I preferred you to be married, because wasn't nobody giving a damn about me when I was in a relationship. So the way that I was going around moving at that time was definitely a broken person. But had you met me at that time, you would have thought I was full of confidence. A lot of women walking around here and they like, I want to be that confident. You wish you had the confidence, and the whole time that woman self-esteem through the ground. Whole time it's not really confidence. Whole time she doing anything to be seen. The whole time she out here big time humiliating herself for love. You know what I'm saying? And it's like people seem to love you more when you show them that you beneath the goddamn belt. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to really watch what you do and the decisions you make. So, and and being in prison, definitely wasn't all about my baby daddy. Definitely, I just want y'all to know how I chose to be in a bad relationship, how I was warned before anything went bad. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I was already grabbed by biting the apple. You know what I'm saying? But, I still ignored the red flags when they was there. And then I still kept dealing with things more and more and more when I shouldn't have. And in return, it didn't, in return, I still didn't get what I wanted at the end. We are not together. All that fighting for what? And, it just imprisoned me. That was the most time, I could say I was really imprisoned to myself, because I refused to let anybody in. I refused to let myself out. I was out in the streets. I was hustling. I was doing me. I was trying to chase my dreams. Pursue my rapping career. But I was definitely depleted spiritually. I definitely was. So I guess you could say we're gonna end that there. That's gonna conclude episode 3 of In Prison. You know, like, that's just for me being with my baby daddy, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the life I lived after when he went to jail. You know, I was definitely promiscuous. I definitely wanted to mess with other girls, boyfriends, and things like that, you know. Self-esteem was just beneath my feet, and I did not understand it or didn't even know it. I thought I had confidence at the time. And I was trying to do my music and stuff, so I felt like I was on the up and up and up and up. And so, you know, I was hustling. I was, you know, cute, getting, you know, shopping every weekend. You know, everybody was fucking with me when I was, you know, on this level of my life. You know, I felt like I had friends. I felt like I was doing it, but things started getting rocky in the neighborhood, and I didn't want to get caught up with, you know, all the wrong people. So I ended up leaving, moving out of town, and trying to get a new life. So episode 4 is going to talk about, episode 4 is going to be my new life whenever I moved. And thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for listening to my story. Let me know if y'all have any questions, if y'all want to know anything else, because, you know, I got so many stories that I will really be all day if I tell you everything I went through. So I'm going to just leave it open if you all have any questions. If you want to know if I ever been through a particular situation, ask me if I've been through a certain situation. You know, I'll be more than happy to be transparent and very open with you about a specific situation. But for this show, I just want you all to see, you know, I'm confessing and correcting. You know, I wasn't always perfect either. Although I was in an abusive relationship with my child's father, you know, it wasn't that I didn't have the options to leave. You know, I was being stubborn as well. I was making bad decisions as well. And in a lot of ways, you know, your bad relationships be your karma. Karma you don't get to choose how you get karma. For example, if you go slap somebody, who's to say your karma is you getting slapped? Your karma could be something else, like, you know, a car running through your front door on accident type. You know, I'm just being extra, but, you know, your karma could be something totally off from what you did. Don't expect it to be exactly, you know, just because you slap somebody, don't think your karma going to be somebody coming to slap you. It could be something else. So a lot of times these abusive relationships be something that, you know, you put yourself in from decisions you make, and it be your own karma. And for me, I could definitely say the pain and the heartbreak my mom felt, that's what I was feeling. The pain my mom had to feel watching me go against her word, I know that ate her up. And guess what? That boy was eating me up. Everything I had to watch him do to me when she told me to leave him alone ate me up immediately, and it hurt me from the inside out. And going to get God. I know God hated to see me living like that, being disrespectful and rebellious to my mom. And I'm wondering why it ain't a blessing from God. And you know, I don't want anybody making these mistakes, man. Confessing and correct, episode 3. Thank y'all again for tuning in. Again, if y'all have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Stay tuned for episode 4. You know, episode's gonna be when I move to the city and I started trying to step into new me, and boy.
I want more than what I'm getting, praying for patience on my mission. I'm a woman with ambition. I'm exquisite, never timid. I'm about what I say I'm about to make my own decisions. I'm about my business, and I'm trying to live out my visions. Turn my dreams into reality, dreams been getting kind
Can't
of
trust your friends no more.
Everybody